it's transition also of from a region which has been always dependent on the capital to a region that now is under the droughts. All that, I mean, they are quite effective.
Yeah.
The commercial in the center. It's a hub, I mean, either for buy and Bacol.
Yeah.
It's a hub, I mean, either for buy and Bacol. The movement of trade.
Yeah.
It is quite...
The conflict in Galkayo affected the amount of trade coming through. Does everyone know?
It was good.
I was impressed in the market. There's a lot of fruit and vegetables. You know, much more than you see in.
That as just you said.
Because of the reduction of the exporting,
Yeah.
more at
Surplus.
surplus. Yeah,
Then
because
people can't afford to buy.
Yeah.
The drought is
Well, we had a very quick visit to the livestock centre, and Warsamin was telling me that the one goat down to 10, 15. That's an incredible collapse, and then the price of cattle. So it sounds very serious.
actually in general Somalia, the people are nomads. I mean, they do livestock. So when the nomads are affected, actually livestock man, what can you buy with the one goat?
Yeah.
Buy commodities.
Yeah.
So if he comes to the town with the goat, and then it is, I mean, it's not worth. I mean, actually the trade itself is going to go through because we can't afford, I mean, to sell the goods and buy the same amount of rice or sugar, and then definitely then the other problem also is you can't take it back because after all so they face that situation. But in general, for Somalia, the dollar administration is always much more ambitious.
So the other thing is we've been briefed by the force commander and by the deputy force commander. Is he here? Deputy force commander, secretary commander. Sorry,
secretary commander, deputy secretary commander.
We're saying that for them, you know, they work together extremely well with the local authority. Primary responsibility. This is something we've also discussed. So I'm very much hoping that the next government, federal government, is going to work with you and the other state from which the Somali National Security Forces can be politically acceptable to everyone, and then we can get on with the job of training and equipping and barracks and payment and so on. But I was just very interested that that's what they told me.
Yeah, definitely. It corresponds actually to be open why we are keen to see a new administration at the federal. Because security is very important for us, and we look forward actually to support from the federal and as well as the international community, and how we can establish forces that can actually take in charge of the security, I mean, of the region and of the state, and for us it's
the new federal government when it comes in. One of the critical elements as far as we're concerned is your engagement with the federal government and how shape, size and structure of the Somali security forces, particularly the SMA. So your role is equally important to us as that of the federal government as well. On behalf of the SRSG, it's really fundamental to the acceptability of a future security institutions inclusive of the SMA.
for Somalia actually is to establish national security forces that are capable actually of replacing the AMISOM. It is very painstaking actually for an example, the international community and the donors actually are continuing to the expenses and all that, so it's so more effective. What we know is now even the local youth, I mean, in many parts of this region, to defend the small village from Al-Shabaab and also taking their livestock. So, how do you say, support and will, as you said, I mean, definitely will take a lead actually for how we'll do our part. Definitely.
I mean, I'm just conscious that you challenge your Cosoble having only just come into existence. You have a particularly tough challenge before you from scratch, as it were. And one question that I have is whether the SNA here and the SNP, not just here, but whether it's in Johar or here or Bulaberto or elsewhere, whether they're being paid. And I imagine some of them are not even being paid regularly, whereby people are paid for that is not really happening. It's complicated by the fact that there are probably many ghost soldiers and many ghost police, and then there are people who are actually complicated stories that we have to try and sort out.
Yes, this has started actually quite some time. Somehow, I know about this background. Now, I understand there are quite effective methods actually to make the actual number of the forces actually, and where they are stationed and where they have received their salaries and whatever. One part that is very important. On the other side, what is important also is for having a support for them. Actually, the discussion I had with the government, it is the burden they are having now. It is actually the security they put around the town, finding something for them, but they have also left behind a family and to raise local taxes so that the administration itself can be more
functional,
can be more effective.
And is the business community involved?
We are having a meeting with them later in the day.
Good.
And always been skeptical. And on the other hand, I have to be very frank, actually it is Shabab being around, not very far. See what they do is always this person. Anybody with them say, if you are not paid this and this, then it will be the end for you. Not only that, they extend that also to your immediate family. Maybe they will approach your wife, even if they can have the same relationship as your husband has to avoid. So the threat, actually, even though they have been liberated from the major towns, that doesn't mean they have left. I mean, at one point, they acted like the mafia. Where if you don't pay, then your son would be abducted from the school or from the playground. So those are the heavy. What we need to see for them to be more cooperative. They actually do want to be more cooperative. Because they see the difference between the peace and security. But then again, that threat, because always there. And I don't know, through Hormuz or how.
To become more functional, more for producing legislation, more to help your cabinet to get formed and to start doing something as institution, delivering service to the people. So broader to me to have a peace development agenda, peace building agenda, reconciliation within the state, and also state building agenda, institutions to make them function.
And also one for your wall. So yeah, so you always
Okay, so then my son.
Is it a meeting before I go?
Yeah, just around.